Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you how to install and configure Bluestacks for multiple instances. So this is useful if you are planning to um, open multiple accounts side by side. So you don't need to install mirror apps on your phone and it may take up some space. So what we need here is to first download the installer from the Bluestacks website. So I just need to type in Google here and then just type in Bluestacks 4. So you just need to open the first link that will show up in your Google search. So just need to download this. Mhm. Okay. Once it's downloaded, you just need to open the installer here. And I apologize if my computer is slow. This is quite old, so the performance may vary from computers to computers. In this instance, I may not be able to show you properly how it's run, but I will. It should give you an idea how it works. So you just need to install the application. This may take around 5 to 10 minutes depending on your computer's performance. So just need to wait here. Okay, so once it's finished installing, this window will open up. This is your first instance of BlueStacks. So what you're seeing right here is just the loading screen, after which you will see an interface that looks like what you would normally see in your tablet or phone. So let's just wait for this to finish and then we'll proceed with the guide on how to configure PTK and um, start the multiple instance tutorial after. So yep, after the preview screen, this is what you'll see. So just need to sign into your Google Play account right here. So like how you normally log into your Google Play account using your phone. So just need to wait for this one to open. So here, sign in. Also, for BlueStacks to like work properly, you need to have the virtualization option enabled in your machine. It should run without enabling the virtualization, but there will be um, noticeable performance difference between a laptop that or a computer that has virtualization enabled and the one that is not. So as you can see here, this is enabled, the virtualization is enabled, but my computer is not really handling the processes well because it's a pretty slow laptop. It only has around 10 gigabytes of RAM with around um, 30 gigabytes of memory, sorry, storage left. So even though my virtualization is enabled, as what you can see here, it's still having issues with the performance. So we'll be back after this window loads and once I've logged into my Google Play account. Okay, so once you're signed in to your Google account, you'll be redirected to the Play Store. Or you can just search for the application that you want to use for the multiple instance. So let's say Um, we'll use this for BK, so BK. Just search it here. It's the different one. Okay. So yeah, so basically it's like installing it in your phone. Just again, wait for it to finish downloading, and we'll proceed with the multiple instance setup after this. So basically, this is the first instance that we will use. Uh, we'll clone instead. Okay. So again, let's just wait for this to finish. Okay. So once it's done, you can just open the King application. And for the first instance, you need to sign this or sign into this first before um, continuing the multiple instance setup. Okay? So as I have said before, my computer is not that fast, so this might take. Okay, so this one. Okay, so try to log into your account first. Okay, so once you're logged in, you can see your Be the King interface here. So the first step is finished, but just a heads up, in case you will experience performance issues, you may want to consider checking this right here. This is the settings option, and then access the engine tab right here. So basically, here is the options you may need to configure if you are using a low to mid computer. So in my case, I changed it to one CPU core with 20 frames per second. So to assist me with running the game properly, because if I set it to 60, the application may um, open, but it will be very slow. So basically, we're finished with half of the tutorial. We can close this one now. Okay. So once you close the BlueStack application, you need to open this one right here in your desktop. Or instead of the desktop, you can just search for it using the start option and then type in BlueStacks. So what you need here is the BlueStacks multi-instance manager. Okay, so just open that, and this window will appear. So what we did earlier, when we installed the Be the King application, it's stored right here. So what we need to do now is to create a new instance, and for this one, select the clone instance. Okay, so here, same configuration as before. If your computer is low to medium spec, so you just need to select the low option here for better speed. And since Be the King application is in portrait mode, we can just select portrait right here. So depending on the out account that you want to create, I would suggest creating one for now because this is just a test. So create. So as you what you can see, another instance opened up here. So if you want to keep everything organized, you can rename this to the account that you will use in that instance. So let's say this one, okay? And then all you need to do here now is to start the first instance that we configured earlier, okay? And then start the second instance, okay? So as what you can see, we have two instance running here in our window. So just wait for this one to load and we're going to open the Beta King application. Okay, so now the two instance is loaded. So just open the Beta King application like you normally would. Okay, and let's wait for it to load again. Okay, so what you're seeing here is this is the first instance where you have your main account. Let's see. And this is the second instance wherein you would want to log in your out account. So here I'll try to log in. Okay, so once you're logged in to the second instance, which is your alt account, basically you can open them simultaneously. So this is the new account I just created right here. Okay, so as what you can see, they are running side by side now. So I think there's no limit on how much instance you can use here, but you do need to consider your computer's performance because if you open them simultaneously at one go, um, it may affect the performance severely that it just would not uh, load at all. Okay, so here, so as you can see,
Money can
now
be
there's two
used to
instances,
upgrade
okay,
retainer and increase its
and
performance attribute.
we can just stop them all, okay. So we're going to close them and we're going to try to add another instance. Okay, so my laptop is Lenovo X230, which is pretty old. It's around 2015, but I have upgraded the um, RAM to 10 gigabytes. That's what you can see right here. So it's mostly for work, and I don't use this for games. Um, not games. I use this one for games, but not emulators because emulators take a lot of resources, and unfortunately, this laptop doesn't have much to spare. So, okay, that's it for now. So we're going to clone another instance. You can use this one since they're basically the same now. For instance, okay. So as what you can see, there's three instances now. I'm going to rename this as two, and we're going to change this to portrait mode as well. Okay. So, so we're going to run these instances. Another one. and another way. So by default, this should remember the position of the instance when you close it previously. Okay, so you can just put or do it like this when it's side by side. So it's okay. So once this is finished loading, you can basically start an empire of apps. So that's basically it. And I hope this one is useful. And I apologize if this took quite a while. And I'm going to end this video now. Thank you and have a great day.